Good evening, everybody. This is G Parmesan with the Dramatic Hotel, working out the kinks of our first cast together. We are doing a Reddit Dota 2 League in-house game. And just getting on.
This should be fairly exciting. These are just in-houses for Season 3. Season 2 is wrapping up, and everybody's getting a little bit excited for a new season. I think the in-houses were, for me, the most fun and exciting portion of the entire Season 2. The games are a lot more casual, and the picks aren't as standard or stale, and the games themselves just had a lot more flair and fun to them, I thought. I don't know, what was your experience with them?
I thought they were a lot of fun. I captained last season, and it was a lot of fun to kind of see what happened with them. I know I made some picks that you're probably not going to see at the pro level, but definitely are still viable at this. And with that, I mean, we've seen already the new patch definitely playing bare with Night Stalker and Lich as first bans. I think that's pretty big change.
Yeah, very, very meta. Maybe they played some in-houses, and these picks are they feel are a little bit strong. I remember last year during the in-houses, Tree got a huge buff, and like the first week of in-houses and the first week or two of the actual season, Tree was kind of first pick, first ban material, and it might not have reflected the pro scene, but still, maybe that's a kind of similar thing we're having here, or maybe it's just people are afraid to play against him. Maybe they've played against him in pubs, but the Lich and the Night Stalker, I don't know. I don't think Night Stalker has gotten a huge buff, although I do think Lich is extremely strong right now.
I think in almost every pro game he's been first ban or picked every time. That buff to his ult and the changes to the off lane alone have made him even playing in the safe lane carry role more than anything in the pro game. So it's interesting to see how that's filtering down to this level. And I think Elder Titan is the same way. He can play mid or off lane pretty well.
Yeah, in the 0.79 discussion, I'm very surprised Elder Titan wasn't nerfed more than he was. Like, he got the spirit nerfed, which I don't even think that was that big of a deal. I mean, teams pick and play and skill build him around his passive, and that received no nerfs at all. So I think he's still just as viable as he was before.
I think the main reason he missed the patch is because he came on so late, within the last month or two, really. So I think he just got missed.
Yeah.
But I think Lifestealer is still, even with the nerf to Rage, is still a very strong carry.
Yeah, 3 of these first 4 picks are going to be strong picks, probably forever and always in Dota. Darkseer, Weaver, Lifestealer. Other time a little bit more new flavor, but still, 3 of the 4 are super stable. Everybody knows how to play against them. The Darkseer obviously got some buffs from the offlane, from the pulling, from the experience, from the stealing experience. So I think he right now might be top tier, just because it's so much harder to zone him out. He's going to get level 2, but that's the big problem for Darkseer. If he doesn't get level 2 in the first couple minutes, he basically is just going to have to abandon the lane, and now that's again less viable. I think he might be one of the most sneaky buffed heroes of the patch.
That, and I would say maybe a bounty hunter, someone who just needs levels, gets it even easier, because he's getting more gold just per second with that buff, and the fact that track kill becomes that much better.
Yeah, and he gets to go invisible and leech XP if they're pulling in the offlane even easier than he was before.
Or even if the other team has a Nature's Prophet, someone dedicated to the jungle, you just hang out next to him invisible, you're making his life harder, and you're stealing XP. It's definitely something that can be...
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah, I like that. So next 2 rounds of bans. Yeah. Next 2 rounds of bans, we have Puck, Lone Druid, Abaddon, and Viper. Viper got buffed somehow. Unbelievably got buffed in this last patch.
I think his ore is that much better now than it's 0 second at the beginning. I think it might be the strongest level 1 ore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he's now he's not a top tier mid, but I think you can play him mid in almost any single matchup, really. I don't think he does horribly against anybody. He's just you can just put him in there anywhere, no matter what the rest of your team is doing. I mean, I guess if you guys are super squishy and they have a really, really a lineup that's kind of revolving around rotations, making smoke ganks mid. He might not be the best, but the same goes for Shadow Fiend, for OD, all the other top tier mids fall to the exact same sort of thing. So.
And I would agree. And as far as the next two picks go, Nagasire is a great counter pick to Lifestealer, but I feel like the Bane is being an anti-counter pick, so that it's not taken against the Lifestealer.
Yeah, definitely. Rubik, good God, the best here. I think he's the best support in the game. I really do.
With the recent buff to the Aghanims, I think he's a viable mid again too. So I mean, it'll be very interesting.
Could be.
It'll be very interesting to see how the Dire are going to lane this.
Yeah, they have a very confusing sort of laning opportunities they have. I don't really know what they're going to do.
I would probably guess right now Elder Titan mid, Darkseer off, or maybe some type of tri-lane with Rubik and Nagasire, but it's tough to say.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to try to go offensive.
Maybe.
Because the Naga net is so good against Weaver. It's a really, really easy way to get kills against him in those first couple levels that it could be worth it. Well, although at the same time, who knows, maybe Bane, Mirana, Lifestealer is a pretty lethal trio, so I don't know if they're going to go offensive or not either.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily put Mirana in the middle or the off lane, but I feel like we're going to see Lifestealer probably in the top. Probably actually could be aggressive, it depends who they pick up, but Weaver can provide your lane as well. Really, they're pretty open. Almost, they need a mid, is what I would assume is coming, so it'll be interesting to see what both these two teams pick with their last pick.
Yeah, OD getting banned out last. It's kind of surprising to see him slip that far. And then Gyro as the other ban. So I'm not exactly sure why they're so afraid of that Gyro.
It could just be the captain's experience with the hero. I think I would be excited to see maybe Visage taken for the Radiant. That would give them or is that the Dire? At least backwards. Sorry, the Dire. The Weaver Lifestealer lineup as the Dire. But I think that would work really well with the Bane. Maybe you could do Mirana mid and the Weaver in the off lane, for example. So the lanes would still work. And if you can play Visage, you have an amazing hero.
Yeah, and it also could be a good opportunity for I don't know if any of these people are actually captains or not, but to you kind of want to see what sort of heroes everybody can play. Odd choices coming out. Medusa. I hope we're not going to be in for a 70-minute farm fest. And then Tusk, actually an exciting pick, and I think it works quite well. They're going to put him mid, and then do the sleep into arrow with a Lifestealer Rage on either offensive or defensive tri-lane.
I mean, I definitely see Mirana played as a sport. It's a little awkward because her attack is so weak. But I will introduce the Dire team for us. On Bane, we have Random Act 9321 on the Mirana. We have Leon Legend on the Weaver. We have Blue on the Lifestealer. We have Obsolete, and coming in finally on the Tusk, we have Zero Death.
On the Radiant time, Acer Veneer, Season 2 player, playing Elder Titan. Vigil is going to be playing Kiri on Medusa. We have the Darkseer by Zafanar? It's hard to read. Zafanar, I guess. He doesn't have a tag in front of his name. Maybe he's a captain. Maybe he just does not updated that. We have Tianzing on the Rubik. And last we have Chibi playing the support Naga.
You see the Bane dropping a ward right over here, and there's already a little action going on. Let's see, I think we're going to sleep, and I think they're just going to disappear. Unless he gets some more teammates in here, this could get a little dicey pretty early.
Yeah, just some posturing. They saw him put the ward down. Let's see if anybody has sentries. Nobody has sentries on the Radiant team, so that ward will remain for at least a little while.
What is it, 7 minutes now? 8 minutes now?
I think it's 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. We can see the timer on the ward is 6:20 right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Big snowball coming up.
Big whiff with the arrow.
Arrow misses.
But I think
They're going to keep pursuing that. That's actually a big deal. He's lost his salve before a single point of experience.
And the whole wave in the middle is just being missed completely.
No, he got to the first. He got to the first for experience. He didn't miss anything. But low mana, he can only spam his spirit once, and he'll be out of mana, which is unfortunate. You kind of have a opportunity to use that as a farming and a harassing and buff, and only having one of those for the first. Probably he has no clarity, so 2 minutes at least.
Something that's a little odd, we see that without a single double stack or even a triple stack with the new change to the pole camp, the Dire have pulled it with just 2 creeps, probably by accident, but if on purpose, maybe smart, as they try to deny at least a little experience to the Darkseer.
Yeah, he's already at. He's got half level experience. Oh, this maybe that's why, because you can see this creep wave. Oh, now it's just gonna push though. I don't know. I have no idea about pulling and how to actually make it efficient and how to make it not efficient yet. I haven't played around with it nearly enough.
We see an aggressive ward from the Dire down bottom with a nice sleep. Little arrow, close range.
Point blank. Point blank.
You would have thought with the...
I don't know why he stood so
He
close.
got a lot more damage, a lot longer stun, and can take a step back. I missed first blood, I don't know about you, but down
Oh,
middle,
wow.
Elder Titan dies to Tusk.
As did I.
Pick that ball.
I would assume that it's just a got caught in a shard and snowballed into him after a couple of right clicks, and he went for a
Magic wand.
upgraded magic wand right from the beginning.
Like an odd
That's
choice.
very peculiar.
Like a bottle or maybe boots, but because he's worried about the spam from the Elder Titan. They're trying to really kill that
Yeah, I
Darkseer.
guess it's not a.
I think they may have enough, and just enough
Yeah,
to
they got it.
kill, even with the fastest game. Weaver's working at level 3.
Yeah, it looks like that was another sleep setup.
And so, while the Dire does have 2 kills, we do see that the Radiant is leading us in blast hits. Both the Medusa and the Elder Titan that have pretty much double what we see from the Lifestealer, which is a little surprising considering he's in the tri-lane. They've already gotten at least 1 kill. I think they really need to work on pulling that equilibrium back up towards their tower if they want to make that work for them.
Yeah, it's gonna happen anyway, and naturally with the ion shell, it does make it tricky to last hit. You can't kind of get into position and hang out and time your last hits as easy as you normally would. But he does have 5 denies, which is very important to be doing to the Darkseer, especially with the buff to XP range. You can hang back and be a little bit more safe than you normally would be.
We have hit the 3-minute mark, and neither team has upgraded courier. And as I say that, the Dire does it just as I say that. So that's an interesting change, and I think a lot of the supports are going to like, because they can actually get some gold before being required to really do anything.
Yeah, I think it makes. But there's so many little changes to how supports kind of deal with their mid player. You know, you can't pull regen anymore, and you can't get the upgraded courier before the 2-minute mark to get the bottle out as fast as possible to get that 2-minute raid, which really makes that matchup way different than it normally would be. So we're seeing a little bit of the, I don't know if fallout is the right word, but how that works now with you know, the bottle coming out so late for Elder Titan, almost 4 minutes with his first bottle and getting his first rune, getting lucky with
That may have been,
an illusion, scouting that blind, which is kind of
that may
lucky.
have been delayed a little bit because of that first death. But another thing that's interesting to point out is that the Medusa...
Yeah, but he had 0 gold.
Another thing that may be interesting to point out is that the Medusa has taken 1 stat in 1 level in Mana Shield, and the other 3 levels have all gone into stats. Really trying to make it so she can last it and get that money, because it's tough,
Wow.
but she does have 1,600 gold this far in. As I mentioned before, that the Darkseer is doing an incredible job with some of that Lifestealer. He has half the last hits of his counterpart in the other team.
Really interesting choice by the Medusa to not get a to get the Mystic Snake. I think it's really good, especially against a Weaver, because if you keep his mana low, it just makes getting a kill on him so much easier. Because even if there are some keyboards, he's still going to be winning at 522, which means it's hard to, you know, land a couple extra right clicks, which means he gets away so much more often than normal. And keeping his mana low is such a benefit to Mystic Sneak. And it also clears the creep wave quickly. It makes farming a lot easier. Oh, wow. Elder Titan caught out again.
Wow, this is gonna be close. Maybe both go down. Looks like Elder.
Era comes in just to say hi to everybody.
Elder Titan comes out just ahead. And we're gonna get a pause. But I think the reason possibly for not
Mhm.
taking the Mystic Snake is because as soon as you launch it, he can just scooch you out, and it's not gonna be able to hit him, so that you would miss
That is true.
entirely, and it would just be a waste.
That is true.
It's not gonna be able to steal enough mana from just the range creep. And plus, to be honest, Medusa last hits really poorly. She needs everything she can get to be able to last hit with any efficiency.
Oh, yeah.
So I can understand the extra stats.
Sure.
But if we take a second look at our gold graph, we see that it's just pretty much even for both.
Oh, Darkseer. Oh no. I thought he had Surge on cooldown, but able to run away.
But he does have his soul ring up, so that does give him the ability to pretty much spam that ion shell as much as he wants. And even despite that fact, that wave is still pushing
forever.
incredibly far towards him. Get that new creepy equilibrium. It's really got to be given a hand.
Normally, I see this Darkseer versus either Lifestealer solo or Lifestealer accompanied by a tri-lane sort of matchup take place where the two supports kind of roam around as soon as the Lifestealer rushes a Midas, and that Midas lets him kill that Ion Shelled creep immediately, which means that he doesn't take any damage, he can hang out. I would kind of think that would be happening for Lifestealer, but he only has 600 gold at 6 minutes and a Gloves of Haze, so maybe he still is, but it's going to be pretty slow for being just a, free farming Lifestealer.
It's going to be at least another 4 minutes, maybe? That's a pretty late Midas.
Yeah, he needs to get double his gold.
Especially at the rate that Medusa's actually farming. She's sitting at twice as many last hits almost, even with the other guys coming up. I don't think she's really concerned about it.
Naga is doing some roaming, maybe to do some dewarding on a ward that is expiring in 3 seconds. I hope that's not what she's doing.
That would be really bad. No, but she's going to get a net on that bait. She's going to Soul Seal. Brain Tap.
Double damage.
It looks like the Mirana has transitioned to mid while the Tusk is helping the Weaver out the bottom. I think they really want to start being able to deny that Medusa's farm. I think they're really concerned about her getting out of hand. Because I think she has the ability to carry stronger than just about anybody here in this game. And there is your...
Oh, of course. It's just...
There goes down again. But
Whoa.
there is your wasted sentry that we were just talking about. So, not quite...
Yeah, what an odd choice. Maybe they thought he warded again? Yeah, maybe they thought he warded again? Who knows?
It's hard to say.
Also, yeah. Weird choice by the Tusk to grab a pair of sentry wards. Oh no, they were bought by Potom. I don't. Maybe they guess they bought those to help deward and they didn't end up using it, and Tusk had the slot, so they just gave them to him. I'm not quite sure.
We see in the top lane, the Bane really working trying to double pull, see if he can't get the hard camp to help out. I think he got the timing just right. Yeah, that's good.
Nice job. Yeah, you got it. And it's a double stacked hard cam, so that's going to die pretty quickly, although here we see Darkseer stealing free XP.
Down bottom, we got a little bit of action, but nothing much. Mirana, we do see transitioning towards bottom. She has boots and stash, but doesn't have honor. It doesn't have level 6X, so we're not going to see her be able to hold in. But she does get a lucky pre-camp rune to accept that regen, which I think she really needed.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see not a single player on the Dire has a bottle. That's very unusual.
Mirana misses big with that arrow, but we see the
Arrow's gonna miss. Look at the broken fucking Medusa
better
ult.
when you're looking at your opponent, but at least you tried. You got a little bit of a slow, and they all turn away. So to that sense, it did
Yeah.
help some.
I think it's broken. I think it's a broken spell.
Damage. And once again, that Darkseer keeps dying in the off lane, not having a good time. There we go. The arrow hits on the Medusa, stun, and
Yeah, and we do see the Midas.
another
Oh,
nice
wow.
path.
Oh, looking for more. They should be able to get this. Oh. Nice magic stick to. Oh no, he didn't get there in time. Oh no, he did. He got there in time to get the XP for the from the Rubik death. So that's nice for him.
Died second, so that's good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, from the magic stick. Darkseer going top again. I don't know what he's doing. He's a high enough level with level 3 Ion Shell to just go to the jungle. The jungle isn't that horrible anymore. I was watching a game, I think yesterday, maybe the day before, where I saw a Bat Rider get a 9-minute Blink Dagger in the jungle. If you can get a Blink Dagger in 9 minutes still, as a Bat Rider, that means the jungle isn't that horrible. So just go. Stop feeding deaths.
I think there's been a change where because the easy camp is in the easy full spot, that if you're able to go hang out by your tower and grab that medium camp and that hard camp, it makes it a lot easier to get levels fast, especially if you're, Darkseer or a Bat who's using your magic damage to do it. As long as you're not getting mud golems, you're gonna level faster. I think it's gonna be a strong benefit to everybody.
And you can't get double mud golems anymore, so nice stun.
That looks like it for the Bane.
Net coming out.
And the stun comes out from the Verana with that arrow. But once again, they keep you in these really short ranges. Tusk going in on his own with the Walrus Punch, takes out the Rubik.
Sick uppercut.
Once again, the stone face to the back.
Wow, watching that. It doesn't matter. That makes him. It forces you to leave. That's a little manner all chat from Lifestealer who died to a Darkseer in the middle of that little scrimmage we saw. Scrimmage? What's the word? Skirmish. 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 That's the one. So we're at a little bit after 10 minutes. I think this is kind of when I like to check in on gold and XP graphs. We see Radiant up by, whoop, maybe not. Did he get the deny? No. So not 100% in vain, but yeah, Radiant ahead by about 3,000 gold, and we see actually the Dire ahead by 3,000 XP.
Power that we just lost, and combined with the 5-kill difference, giving the Dire that advantage. But conversely, the Radiant have been farming much better. If you look at the two top net worth, that's the Medusa at 45 and the other Titan at 45. Well, then we have just the Weaver and Lifestealer who are actually farming together, both for the 3,000s. So I think that makes for an interesting exchange.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not quite. Let me. What does the? That's very surprising.
Lifestealer,
It really is that a. Yeah, Lifestealer have an awesome time, but Weaver didn't have a horrible time. 0 deaths.
I would assume.
I mean, he got XP. He got a way better time than Darkseer, who's only just below the safe lane Lifestealer with a Midas. Like, they're doing way better than I expect them to.
And he was getting creeps on the Lifestealer, wasn't. But I will say, if we look at the items, you can see that the Perseverance is already up on the Medusa. That's really the first big item, other than the Midas for the Lifestealer. That's a pretty late Midas. Looks like Tusk just took down the Medusa.
Yes, it was. I think it was. Oh wow. I was busy looking at graphs and charts and windows. Yeah. What do you think the? I guess I might be inaccurate to say, but what do you think the Radiant need to do to get back into this game?
Right there farming at, and with Medusa being one of the best late game carries, if she can keep farming at the rate she's going at, I think they'll be fine. They have, with Elder Titan and Naga, they can really kind of survive team fights. I think that'll give them the ability just to stay alive. And if they can do that, I think Medusa will be able to really keep them alive. I think the number one thing you have to watch out is for those Mirana ult ganks, personally.
Yeah. I think they need to give Naga solo farm on whatever lane Medusa is not in, and get her to level 6 as quick as possible, because that's just going to save themselves from getting wiped on team fights that are going to be coming in the mid game. You can guarantee that there are going to be some strong mid game pushes and clashes coming up, that are going to be forced by the Dire. And I think getting that level 6 and having that sleep to kind of reset and fall back and group or TP away is going to be what they really, really need right now.
Mid-game, they don't have anything that's going to really steal lane unless Lifestealer really starts falling out of control.
Yeah.
But after that slow start, maybe the Midas will be enough to bring it back, but it's going to be tough
Yeah.
to say. So we'll just have to see.
Sure.
And then Tusk is walking.
I mean,
into
they're
his own
oh,
death. Didn't matter.
whiffing on the stomp.
Tusk is walking.
Yeah, a little odd.
Medusa mid, but I think the mage's just going to get out of there.
Radiant's
Oh no, we're going to see the ult.
is under attack.
Little leap, but I think there's not enough.
Oh, no.
He'll try and dart his ult, but it's going to whiff. Brain zap. I think this Medusa, yeah, Veron's going to go down. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But while this is all going on, we do see the Lifestealer considering to farm up top.
So much damage.
That Elder Titan's passive at level 4, we're talking 100% armor reduction and 33% magic reduction. That's huge. How do you fight against
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Someone's
Well, you don't. you rage and then you bitch about it in team chat and on Mumble, and then you proceed to lose the game and then ban him next time. That's basically how you play against Elder Titan right now.
The Radiant Ancient Strax. And so then Medusa's taking him out. She's real close to dying. She has no mana left, so it's really tough for her to really sit there and take that up.
Dire's middle tower is
Pop the charge.
We needed it though.
She popped the charge on her magic stick. She's fine. Oh man, where did Darkseer just die for the 50th time? Right by the tower. If you double click on the hero portrait, it'll show where they died.
Far it looks like. Trying to get after that Weaver, but
Yeah. Upping the wall. Yeah, I would assume so. Although there's no sentries down, I don't know if that's a kill they were ever gonna get. So I don't know. Seem maybe a little bit foolish.
Verana's level 9.
Tusk wrapping around, missing his whatever the fuck it's called, ice shards.
Verana's still not level 6, almost level 6. But it's gonna be a little while until we still see that song for real initiation.
Darkseer TPing in for some
Shame of it is,
support. He does have wall down.
Oh, great arrow. Just take it down.
Big arrow.
Naga all the way down to nothing. You know, the one thing I feel like I see is gonna happen with this is we're gonna, even when Naga hits things, I feel like the timing's just not gonna be there with the team that hasn't played together before, since it's just an in-house. I think Elder Titan's gonna throw down his ult, and it's gonna get completely
Sure.
wasted because it's gonna sit there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, it's gonna kill too. Oh wow. It got canceled by something. Oh, he put his urn on Potom and it broke the sleep.
Terrible destroys.
Wow, that's a horrible misplay.
Well,
Yeah, she would have stayed asleep. Towers don't wake you up from the sleep, so if you're slept and the tower. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember if creeps. I don't think creeps wake it up.
you can't find out.
I don't remember. Yeah, go for it. I'll keep talking. So Naga, still not level 6. Medusa is getting close to her Lincolns.
It's a good farming.
I'm not.
It's good for farming, which is exactly what she needs.
I guess it's good.
So in that sense, I can understand it. And she's going to stack this one more time and then take a triple stack.
Yeah,
Radiant's top tower is under
there
attack.
are good and bad spells that are blocked by the Lincolns.
I mean, in this
Unfortunately,
Are fortified.
it's gonna
it'll block the.
an open wound.
It'll block Fiend's Grip. It'll block an arrow. It'll block open wounds.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Those are all great things. It can also be canceled by things like ice shards. It'll be canceled by the whatever that enfeeble is by Bane. Wow, big arrow again. Sleep into arrow. 2 OP.
This whole time, this Lifestealer's had free farm and he's still 1,000 gold behind. They're 500 gold behind the Medusa. It's pretty impressive.
Ooh. Sakuchi getting picked up by the Rubik. That was big. You saw the Fiend's Grip animation being started by Bane, but the Rubik was able to get out into the fog and
I mean, is there any
render that
way
useless.
with the best spells? That and Ice Path are probably the two best skills you can get on a Rubik. This solves so many problems for him with his movement and damage.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Escapability, everything. Yeah. Picking up a Sakuchi means that, having
Right. It's getting,
not having a blink dagger is not that big of a deal.
So once again, we see the Radiant trying to make a real
Rainer
push for that
grouping
bottom.
up as 4. Yeah, grouping up as 4, and we see a Potamol. Potamol, this could be dangerous. They need to go on Elder Titan
They go with
first.
Rubik.
They really need to.
Not the best choice. They get
Wow.
gotten 2, or almost 2. Bane's gonna die.
Rubik's gonna live.
It looks like the Elder Titan's gonna drop, but that ult may take care of someone.
Really
It's not a
late.
bad trade, 3 for 1 for the Bane. I think if they had focused on that.
It was really, really late.
I think things could have gone a little bit better. But this whole time, that Medusa does have her Lincoln Sphere now.
They still got. Yeah, but that's not like a, okay guys, we have Lincoln Sphere, let's go fight. No, yeah, and in the middle of a team fight, like, you're not gonna, catch a horrible spell and just lose, but it's not the same effect as, Butterfly or BKB, like, it's not, okay guys, I have my item, let's go fight.
Expect to have her be useful 30 minutes if it's going well. So you have to assume that was kind of planned on. And with that,
No, also true.
It's kind of like fighting with an extra man because that aura is just so strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm now realizing kind of the potency of Elder Titan paired with a split shot Medusa. That sounds super, super dangerous if it gets past 40, 45 minutes.
Think about that. Those unintended or maybe intended bonuses.
Yeah. That's kind of part of the fun of drafting interesting lineups, is that you kind of see how heroes fit together that you wouldn't have really necessarily thought of in any other situation. I've never come across that thought or strategy ever that, let's get Elder Titan and a Medusa because split shot's gonna be fucking sick.
Especially with the Mirana ult, I really feel like we'd like to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
At least in an item progression stance, though, we do see the Weaver working towards his Desolator, so it's nice to see him getting that big split push item. I think that'll be helpful for them to be able to really make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we see everybody going on that Medusa with the Lifestealer popping on the Mirana, Tusk coming in, and that's going to be it for Medusa. And with that kill, Lifestealer does take the lead.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So that's nice finally for him to make it up. And I really thought that was the one thing that the Radiant had going for them, was that the Medusa was the fattest farmer. And if they lose that, it's going to be really tough to survive the mid-game.
Yeah, she's only 20 ahead of Lifestealer in terms of raw last hits, but the Lifestealer has the Midas, so he's going to be a little bit caught up in terms of both XP as well as raw gold. And I think he's making better use of it with the fast armlet.
Medusa's 0-3, and
So I don't know.
The Lifestealer's 2-1, and I'm not even counting the
Wow.
there.
Mhm.
That's a pretty sizable difference. So, and with 2 more assists going the way of the Lifestealer, it was bound to happen sooner than later. Green arrow, brain sap, and at the end of Naga.
Big arrow.
I think it's really starting to get a little too out of hand for the Radiant. That kill lead is just starting to get insurmountable. And it may not even be the draft problem necessarily. It could just be a skill problem. That's one of the biggest things we're going to see in these new houses. Is that some teams may just have better players.
Yeah, or people aren't necessarily comfortable playing certain roles or certain heroes, and I think that was kind of the most important part about figuring out when it came to the RD2L last season. It wasn't necessarily figuring out the meta or figuring out draft and ban strategies or figuring out good lanes or hero or item combinations. It was about figuring out what your team could play well and what your team couldn't play well, and kind of drafting and counter drafting around that. That seemed to be the biggest thing for me that I saw.
Comfortable in their roles, and keeping them comfortable there is the way to really win these leagues.
Yeah. Yeah. On the flip side, though, this is not professional Dota. Every team has the opportunity and chance to throw a game. So no matter how big a lead is, or gold, or XP is, it doesn't matter. Any team can lose it at almost any moment.
We made the playoffs. That's got to mean something about this league. That anything can happen on any given game. Or maybe I drafted a good team.
Speaking of clowny throws, we see a Hyperstone picked up on Elder Titan, and on the flip side we see a I'll finish that thought in a minute. We see a big, a little bit late on the sleep, but a big snowball. And I think they're gonna pick off both. Yep. There's the Enigmas, or not Enigma.
I really think it's too much. They just took 3 for nothing. Well, they have a chance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't think it's that bad. They're ahead on towers right now.
Towers are about to even out.
Let's look at. Oh, all right. Well, gold is not that bad.
15,000.
Difference in gold is not that bad, but different XP is over 15,000 right now. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I think Tuskar is gonna.
Have the 15,000 experience.
Yeah, go ahead.
with the 5,000 gold. That's all. Especially with the
Radiant's
Yeah.
dire lineup.
Yeah.
The way they're built, they just need the levels of the Bane, the Marauda, and the Tusk. Items are great, but with the heroes they have to do damage, the Weaver already has his Desolator, and it looks like he's working towards a BKB probably with that Ogre Club. And there's a Basher sitting in the well for that lifesteal for at least the last 2 or 3 minutes. So, it'll be important for him to get that, and that Midas is on cooldown. You always hate to see that. Or off cooldown, I should say.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Tuskar just finished his heart.
I would have expected maybe something
funny choice for him.
go where the action is.
I guess he just wants to be able to more damagey, like a Shadow Blade. So maybe he just wants to be able to snowball and never die.
Short order, that Desolator is making quick work of him. And we see Lifestealer pick it up. And now, I think one of the other most interesting changes. What it
New
does is-
spectator. Look at this.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
it counts
You see
down
this
the
new
units,
spectator
and then the
icon?
second timer that counts anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. It's crazy. And we see Bane
Oh,
go
interesting.
into the Necro book. Absolutely.
It kind of looks like a bullseye.
So I think. So with the Tusk.
I don't know, I guess that makes sense.
Medusa and net value, and the Weaver not far behind. Like I said, this is starting to very quickly roll in the Dire's favor. And maybe that's a little too defeatist. I don't know, but it's starting to get bad. Arrow hits on the Rubik, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do anything about it. Sleep comes out for the Elder Center.
Sleep hits nothing.
Weaver is starting to split push up top. I'm pretty sure while this is going on, he's going to get that wave at least to the tower. Another big arrow. Lifestealer jumps in the Marauda. You see her ult. Right?
I would like to see him jump inside the Tuskar.
No, because the Tuskar will pick you up automatically. You don't
Yeah,
even
wouldn't that
need
make more
to
sense?
jump in something else and get a little bit of surprise. Arrow into the Basil. See a stun. And then
I
obviously
guess.
Comes out, but the question is, can they make use of it, or are they going to disengage?
Radiant's top tower.
Gotta time this just right. I think they got that pretty perfectly.
Oh wow.
They got that.
Wow!
And the Rubik feeds grip. What a great steal. You gotta pay attention when you drop that off. That was a great counter initiation by the Rain. That's
That was
exactly
awesome.
what they needed. Yeah, that's exactly
You
what they
can't.
have to do if they want to
You
win.
can't do anything
Let
else.
Lifestealers go. Yeah. What a great pickup. But like I said, this whole time, the only thing is, it cost them a tier 2 tower.
That was so beautiful.
It's a good trade. I think the Radiant. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I think
and they were
the
fighting
Radiant come out
5v4.
there Only just slightly because they lost that much more battle control. I think
Yeah.
if it had been 5-on-5, it could have gone a little different.
Yeah, but I think it's. I think at this point it's not about goal, it's not about XP, it's not about map control. I think it's really just about confidence in your team and your ability to win a team fight. And they won a team fight flat out right there. I mean, it was 5v4, and that might have contributed to that, but now we see Medusa with a Maelstrom, probably soon to become Mjolnir, level 4 split shot.
And the thing is that is a repeat
It's
beatable.
gonna be scary.
You can get that sleeve off, you can get that wall down, you can get that vacuum, and you can get that knock all every
Yes.
time. So to that extent, it's definitely repeatable. Exactly.
It's all long range. Yeah, it's all long range initiation though. So they have it's such a low risk, high reward sort of setup. You know, they spam out the spirit. If they catch a couple with sleep, awesome. Or if they waste the Naga, not even waste. If they get a Naga ult and it catches more than 2, maybe 3, that's going to be favorable as well. I think they had a lot of. Whoop. Bad idea by Tuskar. With a somersault to death.
And gold lead. So it's gonna take a lot of throws by them. 10,000 is usually about the line where you say it's pretty tough to do. So we'll have to see if they can get back. I think it's about 5 or 6 deaths in a row, so maybe we spoke too soon. We just started and finally hit her 5.
Wow.
I may have spoke too soon.
Yeah.
She's sitting there with 2,000 extras for 2,200 gold. That's enough for the hyper snow that she needs.
Wow, Abyssal clicked up on
Not
Life
that
Stealer.
everybody has
That's a big thing.
But one more stun can never hurt. And Weaver now has his BKB.
Oh, exactly. Hopefully he doesn't use it on a. I was gonna say on the Medusa without
That's true.
without Lincoln's being down. That's one of the most frustrating things when you think you have the Lincoln's popped and you cast a big spell on it. That's so frustrating. No.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It goes through Magic Community. I don't think it goes through Lincoln's.
Well, we need to see the courier
I'm
die.
fairly certain. I don't know.
So that's a few hundred gold to everybody as well. So if things weren't tough enough before, they're getting only harder. And Rubik goes down probably a little too far out by himself trying to ward. I think that's something they didn't really need. They knew they were there.
And they already had a ward. That's really weird. Lots of spams coming out. I know the Potom ult is there. That's awkward putting the Ion Shell on it. Look how huge the Ion Shell is on Medusa.
Great
Yeah.
Bring everybody in.
Nice sleep.
Get stopped, man.
Nice stomp.
They can make that work every time.
Oh.
Someone hit that time.
Oh.
That Darkseer really went in, but I think once that Lifestealer pops out, yeah. No, once again, what a great.
What was that? Why did the Potom go back in?
Easy kills, I think that's unfortunate.
That made no sense. Maybe run away.
I agree.
Maybe you run away. That'd be a better choice.
Weaver and the Radiant really in the last few minutes have brought back about 7,000 gold and not much in the terms of experience, but that gold gain is really helpful. It's just back up on top is the fun part, which is exactly where you want it. We do see the Necro 3.
Dire's middle tower is
This is now getting.
Yeah.
This is getting really scary for the Dire right now. They have their mid game lineup and they've hit their crest. Let's see if they can try to finish the game before they fall off and succumb to the unkillable Medusa.
It's not a bad game. It's definitely shaking out better than I thought, especially the way it started. I was expecting this to go one way. The long range arrow does hit the Medusa. We see that the
Yeah.
Rubik does die from that tusk. So it was a nice pickup though for the.
Yeah, it was a nice stomp though. It looks like only one. Oh, they're still gonna chase them. They're chasing the wrong hero. What are they doing?
There we go.
Darkseer's back to help some support.
That feeds for him.
Oh, there goes Medusa. Does she have buyback?
I don't know if
She has
that
buyback.
is necessary.
Yep, there it is.
There's not going to be much they can defend.
It will be.
Did they just
If they have Elder Titan ult,
Oh, I thought they
they have Elder Titan ult and split shot for Medusa.
Definitely
No, he still hasn't. Yeah. And they're splitting up in awkward formation. They're not going to try to push a tower or pressure. I guess they saw the buyback and just decided to back up and get some farm.
But if I were to ask you who had the most kills in this game, who would you guess?
I haven't looked in a while.
You would be wrong.
I would guess Bane.
Bane only has 7. It's rather impressive. I did not expect it. I felt like he hasn't done that much.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I'm dismissing it.
Oh.
So it looks like we got a good another minute left till Roche comes up. It went the full 11 minutes. That's what I was talking about.
You have no idea. Look at the little diagram. Oh, that's what those little things. Oh, that's 3, and it's kind of okay. All right, I see it now.
The question is, I assume he's going to save
Very cool.
just so he can get range of everything. But I guess maybe if you wanted to, you could go Heaven's Halberd, but disarm that. The evasion would be useful.
I think that'd be a better choice.
And you can take care of the Medusa.
Yeah, the Medusa.
So,
Yeah.
I agree, but we'll have to see what the speed from.
Yeah, I think it's a better choice.
Speed from the Yash is pretty helpful for the lifestealer.
Yeah, and you didn't go the race car build,
Drums.
which was so popular for quite some time. Phase boot drums.
No, not really. It's going to be another 43 seconds till we get Roche out. And I think that could, if both teams realize he's up at the same time, we could get a very big fight. That's going to be tough for the Radiant, though, because they've just lost so much of their map. Everything's both, but at least the bottom lane's pushed, not so much the top of the mid. So we'll just have to see.
They have excellent counter push in the form of Medusa.
No. One spell I feel like I really haven't seen come out is that Mystic Snake at all. I feel like that's been completely underutilized by the in team fights by the Medusa.
Yeah, when it starts bouncing around, it does do significant damage, especially to the mana pool. It is a little bit late for mana pools to be somewhat of a factor in team fights, but even still, if it prevents one less spell from going off in a team fight, I think it's well worth it.
And if you get the ult off, it's pure damage. So that alone is pretty valuable. So we see they are going to realize what's going on, but they're just going to be a little too late. They got the Medusa ult timed perfectly, along with already stealing the Aegis. So it'll be interesting to see.
And a defensive Potamol coming out, and they were scared of the sleep coming out from Elder Titan. BKB popped. Wow, this could be a huge mistake.
Something even more interesting than that BKB use is, I would say that
yeah.
the
Tsukushi Soul again.
recipe for the Shiva's Guard before buying the Mystic Staff seems a little odd to do that in advance, but if that's the choice that player wants to go with, I don't understand it, to be honest. I can't even lie. It's a waste of gold. You could either use that for
Maybe he was afraid he was going to die,
At what point in the last
and wanted to spend his unreliable gold. That's the only...
There's been a lot of kills lately.
I don't know.
But they are pinging on him as he pushes that lane out. So it just seems like we're kind of in a... Yeah, they got the...
Look at the great vision that the dire side have.
Yeah, it's rather nice
They have
to
great... And compare that to the Radiant, who only have their hard camp in the jungle border. That's it. Wait is going to be asked by Medusa, and nobody does anything about it. So maybe that was a misclick.
I think what I'd really like to see at this point is
Yeah, probably.
not Medusa, excuse me, a pot of ult into a team fight. Because really, if they don't do anything about this, we're not going to see anything happen. I think we're going to get just that.
They might have just found one. Wow, arrow just misses.
The song was canceled a little early.
Sick defensive sleep.
Medusa's still in there.
It was. Where's the Elder Titan?
A lot of heroes.
Here it comes. Oh. 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 They need sentries.
I think we're
Very, very badly.
Lifestealer's gonna go down again and use the wiggly worm.
Oh.
Use the wiggly
Oh.
worm.
Sick damage. Sick damage coming out of. Oh.
This game is.
Alright, this is getting bad.
I'm so confused because the Dire still have
This is getting really scary.
gold and experience lead, but they don't seem in control of this game. They are losing every single team fight. The only thing they have going for them is that the only thing they have going for them is
Doesn't matter.
Radiant have nowhere to fall. Other than that, they're losing every single part of the game. Yeah, no, it's.
Doesn't matter. Have Medusa. That's the rating gameplay right now.
You know, she almost had, she got her ultimate orb and Yasha after that team
Yeah.
fight, which means she's about 40 gold away right now from her Manta style. And a Manta style Naga or Medusa is a scary thing. That's a lot of arrows coming out really fast.
And it's one more layer of escapability that she adds. If she pops her Lincoln and still gets open wounds, she can Manta out of that and be totally fine to run away. I think this is getting. I don't want to say it's over for the Dire. I think it's getting. I think I would favor the Radiant right
I
now.
actually think I might too. Just,
I really
yeah,
would.
I mean, I'm taking a complete 180 where I was 10 minutes ago. Call me a fickle friend, but it's this is the one thing you have to worry about a Medusa. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. And as we hit the 40-minute mark, we've pretty much left the mid game, and we're entirely into the late game. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
From here on out, it's basically going to be who can secure farm for their carry, and who can survive without getting a pick off. It's really the name of the game from here on out, and ward vision is going to be hugely important, and we still don't see the Radiant making any efforts to secure themselves any more ward vision.
So I mean, unless that Medusa wants to roll around with the support surrounding ward, I don't think they're going to feel comfortable leaving it. I don't blame them. At this point of the game, that Naga will die lickety split to that lifestealer unless she's really careful.
I think they should just be going as 3, taking Darkseer, Elder Titan, and Berubik running around trying to ward things. Uh-oh. Scary snowball. Misses everything.
I'm looking for a fight at this point. I think I'm picking.
So does the sleep.
I think with this, you can sleep in and you can set up everything, and I think it'll turn out better for you than it will for the Dire.
I think they still have to be in dodge mode. They should just be dodging everything they possibly can because they're only winning these team fights by narrow margins. They're not crushing them. And they have such awesome.
And what I was gonna say, both of them
Yeah, that's true. They have won 2 of the last 3.
Lifestealer. So that makes a big difference too.
Yeah.
So it's really 6 kills for the price of 5.
Wow, did Bottom Arrow get buffed? It just didn't cancel Lincoln's, or maybe Lincoln was on cooldown. It used to cancel. It used to trigger Lincoln's.
I only have one monitor, so
That's really weird. Maybe it was down. Wow. Or maybe I'm totally misremembering. I really thought. I don't know.
Or maybe Naga gave the Lincoln Sphere to
Yeah, it could have
someone
been.
else. With the new buff, you can do that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You can
I
sweep ass
How do you
around.
know?
It's like a giant Lincoln Sphere circle.
Oh, I have seen that. I saw it on It was put on Elder Titan earlier. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
The mana shield, but you know, Lincoln Sphere. See a little bit of disengage.
Yeah.
The Naga did die there, but that's about it.
but still has her sleep, so if they can hold off this push for 20 more seconds, they should be fine.
Couple arrows and that's it.
Yeah. And they have a glyph.
And it was that 4-person
And they have a great wall.
next to the ball. That's
Yeah.
gonna be not good for the Dire.
Look at that.
So great- it's
Elder
so great for
Titan.
Medusa because
Fucking
it's lowered
ult.
everybody to
So good.
third health. So it's just it's to me because then she can just
Zero.
take her passive damage and do it. So with that entire team wipe costing them absolutely nothing. In fact, it was really 4 on 5. I really hope they're able to push off of that.
And now we see we see them scratching down the mid lane, push, push, push. It's the only lane that doesn't have a tier 2 tower. They have 30 seconds for the first hero is up. It has 0 AoE. They're going to be able to take this tower at the very least. They have a glyph. They have, let's see what sort of buyback. They have buyback on Weaver and Weaver only. This
I would
is
hope so.
probably going to be a
If
Rex.
they're lucky, they may even get tier 2 out of it.
Yeah.
Because we see Darkseer up top split pushing.
Dire's middle
Oh,
I don't
Potom
know
has
if
it.
Bottom and Weaver are going to be enough.
Dire's middle barracks.
Oh, certainly
They're
not.
going to get that and get out.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
First rack
I mean,
falls.
it was a Rubik, but that's
Second
what
rack
they-
falls.
Tower is under
Let's see if they can get a counter fight though.
Save that for that Weaver.
Uh-oh.
What a great
And a Medusa.
has fallen.
Oh, look at that.
Medusa fought for 2 loss. And
Great,
way
yeah.
too late on that. Oh,
There's
from
Tuskar.
Naga. But they did get the tier 2 tower,
Yeah.
split push, and a Rax. So if they can survive for 90 seconds, I think that was worth it.
It's,
Can that absolutely.
but who knows?
Is
Can they?
up.
They're probably gonna lose
Did just come out, so we'll
Naga.
have to see. I think they overstayed their welcome. I think that could potentially cost them the game. As Darkseer is probably about to go down here to Lifestealer top.
Mm.
Lifestealer.
No, Darkseer's fine, and Medusa had buyback, which means that they can't really push into
It's a
this.
play that I just haven't seen it used much. Either he's forgetting there's a active there, or it was. I don't know.
Yeah. He's probably using it to blow up either the Rubik or the Naga at the beginning of every
I
fight.
am by no means a pro caster, so I just.
I would guess. I would assume.
But what we see now is the Dire making their way. It's the
I've just kind of been keeping my eye on Medusa, so I don't really know what the Lifestealer's been doing.
So he did agree with us. And what we see is the Dire trying to go for Roche with that Weaver and Fate, but they just don't have something that can take it. They really need that Lifestealer or the Tusk there. Otherwise, they just don't have the beat to withstand those hits.
I guess. I don't know. Why not? It's weird. They should have Weaver tanking it.
Doing with Lifestealer there now. And to be honest, with no vision from the Radiant, I don't think they're that worried about it. Just leave the Tusk in the mid lane. You can kind of deal with whatever. And I think they're just not that worried about it. I mean, it's melted pretty quick.
Yeah.
And this is the third one, so that's going to be cheese, by the way. So let's see how they distribute that.
It's,
So Weaver picks up the Aegis.
oh wow, that is
And it
big.
looks like Potom's going to pick up the no, Lifestealer's going to pick up the cheese. Well, the fact that he,
Yeah.
the fact that
No,
he
it's gonna be
Aegis,
Lifestealer.
I mean, it's gonna
Yeah,
make
that's a
Weaver
much better
pain in the
call.
butt to kill between time lapse and Aegis.
I wonder what happens if you time lapse and exactly 5 seconds previous is when you were removed from the game from an Aegis. Do you know what
how
happens?
It's like 90 minutes to 110 minutes, meteors start falling from the sky. I assume it's something like that. But what I can say, if we look at items,
Oh, yeah.
we see the Demon Edge on
Okay.
Medusa. I assume she's going for the big crit, but maybe she's feeling adventurous and wants to get a
Mhm.
what's it called? It could be MKB. It could be.
It could be an MKB.
I don't know. The crit
It could,
not.
I think it's an MKB. It's not gonna be rapier. Oh, it might be. I don't know actually. It could be a rapier. Very well, could be a rapier. I would assume it's gonna be a MKB to deal with the Heaven's Halberd from Lifestealer. That'd be my best guess, but That'd be a good call to have a Raker come out.
Watching. So I may have just accidentally disconnected, but I'm back. And as we see now, we see the Radiant taking a smack at that tier 3 tower top. They got it down to half health. That's not bad.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower.
Can you hear me from Malik? Okay, good.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the DPS though to win this fight. They don't have all 5 here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
BKB
Blown up.
not gonna do it.
Blown the fuck up.
We got the split push bottom though. They are taking the
That's
right
it.
bottom with that tusk, but I just think there's too many heroes top from the Radiant. I think once they get rid of that Weaver, Lifestealer bot back, and Medusa does
They're
not
taking
get
a bottom as well.
Has fallen.
and
Medusa
it's gonna
goes
be a long
down.
match till she can come back.
Her buyback is down for 2 minutes. Oh my god.
So, you know,
Oh my
they
god.
took the bottom racks already. That must have just been the neutral, the equilibrium, and they just got 2 of their own. What a game!
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, I missed that.
No, it was Potom down there.
So,
Potom was
all
down
of a
there
sudden-
split pushing as well.
What a game!
Wow.
Receiving. What an ending.
Oh wow. Naga's gonna get picked off. Are they in his Elder Titan too?
I think they
Oh
come
my
back
god.
to the radio
Wow.
and they're about to lose. They're about to lose. Tier
Oh
3,
my
tier
god.
4 towers.
Dire's
Potomo.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, just
Arrow?
missed.
Arrow?
I think
Arrow?
too fast.
Oh my
Too
god.
fast.
Oh, just misses.
Dire's ancient is
He's gonna be close. Oh, pops the
Nice
BKB.
lightning shards. And I think
Leap?
the Physical
Oh
Fans
my
are gonna
god.
be there.
Oh my god. They caught him.
Ooh, what
Oh
a-
my god.
Wow, both the tier 4s are gone. They are
This is
banning
incredible.
convention. Someone's got to get back and defend that. Those creeps are going to take it down. And the Darkseer's there just to help. Uh-oh.
And they're sending
I don't
Darkseer
think
in
they can get back
to
in
wail
time.
on it.
I don't think they're back in time.
He
That's it.
might not have enough though.
GG.
That's it. He's got it. He's got it.
GG.
Oh! Woo!
What an amazing
Preemptive.
ending.
Oh!
50 minutes and the Dire boost off of an amazing last push came down to just
Wow.
down to it. What a
Great game. What an exciting match. It was kind of what I was hoping for as I saw this draft unfold, and we really got a treat of a game to watch. That was amazing.
Team is going to win the mid, is going to win the whole game. If they win the mid game, just give the late game teams a chance. So
Mm.
I have to admit, it was a strong start by the Dire,
Yep.
but I really thought that they may have been a little too passive. I think they waited a little too long to start really trying to end the game. Maybe just
They didn't take a racks in that first 30 minutes, which they had to do, and they weren't able to secure that, which means that Medusa able to get her farm off, and Medusa plus farm,
gotta
it's
give
GG
credit to
every
the,
single time.
Radiant captain for that Elder Titan
So-
Medusa Naga combo. That was the key to the game.
It really was brilliant. It was a really nice draft from them. Well played by them to survive an onslaught of team fights and mishaps for the first 20 minutes and keep their composure and able to come back and secure a win 51 minutes later. So thank you all for joining us on Neutral Manic Hotel.
This in-house broadcast.